What's happening, party people? This is your guy Damien, back from a long, guess you could say mini holiday hiatus, so to speak. But I think I got a lot to say now after this last Monday Night Raw of January 4th of 2016. A lot has been answered and a lot has been said now with what's going to happen with the Royal Rumble. Now, I've listened to Joe Cronin's show. I've listened to JD from New York, and like a couple other posts and videos. It's really interesting that a lot of them are optimistic on the thing of Roman dropping the title, but then there's other people out there who think that it's another way for Roman to overcome the odds. I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think about what's going to happen. But I'm going to touch on the other matches that are going to happen at the Royal Rumble, or at least the ones that have been announced already. There's probably going to be another one or two that's going to happen. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start with Owens and Ambrose. I think they have a match there. I don't really remember, but I believe they do. Got one going. It's a nice rivalry going with them. It's really heated and crazy at the same time, and they got the two perfect guys to do that. So it's a good mix of them. They can keep that going, keep it back and forth, get it a little crazier if you got to, get it a little more dramatic, as controversial almost. But this is pretty much going to be the setup for who's going to move forward for the Intercontinental Championship for WrestleMania. I don't really know. I can't really see Owens getting that back. The reason why is because I'm getting too much. I've heard some stuff and I'm starting to feel it more and more that Sami Zayn is going to come after Owens. And that's going to set up for a great WrestleMania match. Zayn will be in the main roster. Of course, he's in NXT doing his NXT stuff because, he was hurt. So he's getting back in the groove, getting all that going. And then he's going to go jump and challenge Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Would it be for an Intercontinental title? I don't know. And that remains to be seen, because if Ambrose was to go ahead and win and keep the title, then what you got is Ambrose against who? I really can't see an Ambrose versus Wyatt type thing. I really can't see an Ambrose versus anybody else, really. I mean, let's is keep that real and look at that in a certain light, unless it's Ziggler, and what they're going to do with Ziggler is beyond me. It doesn't make any sense. Having him lose to Heath Slater last night was borderline retarded. That's just how I feel about it. I thought it was stupid. They're the social outcasts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're not gonna beat nobody. Come on, let's just keep that real. They're not gonna run through no dang Wyatts. They're not even gonna beat the League of Nations. Like, come on. They took too long to do that stuff. They didn't make them separately get to the frustrations where they can come together and be a force, like how the New Day was created. Although the New Day that was created was supposed to be like another Nation of Domination, a lot more evil and everything, but this New Day, which is fun and annoying and all that at the same time, people didn't feel it, and it grew on them. Big E got more weirder, Xavier ran his mouth more, brought a trombone out, Coffee was talking more and everything, and the next thing you know, like, people can't get enough of the New Day. That's must-see matches and must-see segments with them. So, but anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. I don't know. If Owens does get the Intercontinental title, then pretty much what I could see him doing at WrestleMania is Sami Zayn. And with Ambrose and Ziggler, I don't know if you can figure out something with that, or even throw them in that match too as a fatal four-way, but I don't know if you want to keep doing that with the Intercontinental Championship, or you can have some type of elimination match or something like that for the U.S. title. At least get Ziggler in the mix for that at least. But as far as challenging for the IC title, depending on it can go either way, depending on if Owens gets it back or if Ambrose loses it or keeps it. I mean, so As far as with them, that's still up in the air. That still can play out and also even be figured out by the time and in time for Fastlane. Remember that too. Okay, for the women, I don't know. I'm not really understanding nor liking much of what Charlotte's doing. It's taken away from her being that not necessarily so dominant, but strong, good competitor of the female division, like from NXT. She was how she was doing in NXT compared to how she's doing now. It's kind of a train wreck. I feel kind of bad. Um, I love the Nature Boy. You know, great guy and great wrestler and fan favorite and all, but you got to pull him away from her. It's messing her up. It's just messing her up. And Becky Lynch she's getting pulled into the direction of the seriously big time baby face and getting all the sympathy and everything, and it's actually working good. She's had good matches since she's been actually wrestling on the main roster. I don't know if they're gonna stick with them for another match for WrestleMania, or if they're gonna throw in a Sasha Banks. I don't even know what they're gonna do as far as the Divas Championship. If they're gonna have a one-on-one match or a Fatal 4-Way or something like that. I'm always just continuously seeing a Fatal 4-Way, and I always have in my mind of Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, and Bayley. That's what I got in my mind for that. I can't think of anything else. That's what I got in my mind for that. So we'll see how that goes when it comes to all that. Now, as far as other matches, I'm not sure. Tag team, I heard like the Dudleys reaching out to the Hardys, of course, trying to get the Hardys to get to WWE. Of course, Jeff Hardy, I think, has a messed up knee, so we don't know what the timetable is for that and how that's going to come out. But the Hardys and the Dudleys are talking to the Hardys, and they're talking TLC. When they had those TLCs and other WrestleManias ago, they were like the show stealer. I'm with it. I'd love to see it. Throw a team like maybe even the Lucha Dragons in there with that. Maybe the Usos. New Day. I mean, I don't know if that's too many teams in that match, but I don't know. You got to do something, because right now the Lucha Dragons, WWE is really hot on Kalisto right now, so I don't know. Depending on Sin Cara, I think he just has a separated shoulder, so I think he'll be back by Fastlane easily. But if something's up with him and he can't be back by Mania, then you got to throw Kalisto like in some type of a U.S. title, Fatal 4-Way or something or whatever. Can't put him in a tag team because his original tag team partner is just hurt. So you're pretty much looking at to where hopefully a TLC match goes for the tag team title. That's going to be a show stealer in front of 100,000, and there will be 100,000 people. There will. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. I can't even think of any other matches. But now, the Royal Rumble match got Roman Reigns defending the title against 29 others. Defending the title for the Royal Rumble match. Boy, it's wow. I can't see him retaining. I want Reigns to be champ. Don't get me wrong. I want Reigns to be champ, but I can't see him retaining. It's just those odds are too great. The odds are too great. And especially if you're going to have the biggest names in the business that isn't hurt in that match, Lesnar's probably going to be in there. All the Wyatts are probably going to be in there. Jericho's in there. Yeah, okay. Jericho, whatever. Triple H is probably going to be in there. A lot of talks of him coming in at number 30. But let's just keep it real. Even if Triple H comes in at 30, ain't nobody taking Brock Lesnar out. Ain't nobody throwing Brock Lesnar out. So, what, Triple H going to do it? Come on, man. Come on, you guys. Brock Lesnar is probably going to win this Royal Rumble. Unless there's some major screw job they're going to do to him, he's going to end up winning this Royal Rumble. So, and Reigns is probably going to be like number 2 since Big Show's Big Slow, whatever you guys want to call him, is going to introduce himself as number one like a dummy. So, you're looking at Big Show and Reigns to start it off. Is going to be a boring first 3 minutes, if it's 3 minutes until the next wrestler or whatever. So, it's whatever. I mean, I really can't see, and I know a lot of people said Triple H, but here's my thing. I think Brock Lesnar is going to get the title. Because Reigns will not retain. So the number one question is, who's going to get it? Will Triple H get it at 30? Will Reigns is not going to keep it. I want Reigns to be the champ, but he's not going to keep it. I'd rather him win it back at WrestleMania. But it's either going to be, and heck, The Undertaker might even be in the match. So, it's up in the air. We just don't know. We really, really just don't know. But all I do know is that Reigns won't retain at Royal Rumble. If he does, I'll be stunned. I'll be surprised. I'll even be kind of happy about it. But then again, you got to also look at it as, will he get that negative response? Because the hardcore fans are going to that Royal Rumble. I don't even know where it's at. I'd have to think about that again or look it up. I can't even remember. But will he get that negative response? He probably will. He's got a lot of cheer lately. A lot in the last couple months. But, and then also, who's to say that, Daniel Bryan won't come back in that match? That could be another person that could end up winning. And then there'll be a number one contender match at Fastlane. Another way for Roman Reigns to get his chance to be the number one contender to get back in the title mix at WrestleMania. So there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of could be, would be's, and all that stuff. I really don't know. It's really up in the air because my only strong answer would be I don't think Reigns will retain. But Triple H can get it at number 30. However, if he does that, like I say, Reigns and Lesnar are going at it and they're trying to throw each other and Triple H comes from behind and flips them both over. I don't know. I really don't even know how all that can play out. But if Triple H gets it, then more than likely, you're probably going to have a Reigns versus Lesnar at Fastlane to determine the number one contender. And however that plays out will be strange, because I can't see Roman Reigns being left out the picture. I can't do it. Soda break. Yeah.
No, that was just weird.
But I really can't see that happening and Reigns not in that championship picture. Especially as how strong they're trying to build him and push him. So we're looking at pretty much somewhere between Reigns, Lesnar, and Triple H is going to be in that main event spot. Now, Rock is going to be at WrestleMania. So does that mean we don't know exactly what his role is? Will he come help Roman? Will he wrestle Triple H like originally I think it was planned? It's hard to say. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Royal Rumble, by far, this is the most important pay-per-view besides last WrestleMania that's happening. From WrestleMania to WrestleMania. This is the last or the most important. Because not only are they having the title be defended or up for grabs in the Royal Rumble, but you're looking at a possible title change, a possible, who was that? Was that Bret Hart and Lex Luger? I think that, both landed outside at the same time and both were declared the winners. So there's so many possibilities. There could be something like that. And then Triple H could end up screwing himself if he was to throw, say, Lesnar and Reigns over the top and they both land at the same time. Therefore, Triple H is like, oh, crap. I got both of these guys that's going to come after me. But then you can't because Triple H would be the last one in there, so that wouldn't make any sense. Let's go ahead and forget that last part. But, there's definitely an important, highly, highly important, controversial, crucial match at Fastlane for WrestleMania. Matter of fact, there might be 3 crucial matches for Fastlane at WrestleMania. There might even be like #1 contender matches for not only the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but the Intercontinental, maybe US, and maybe Divas. Heck, maybe even tag team. And then again, you know, who knows? So, that's my thought about the Royal Rumble and possible predictions. I'll get back to you guys with another video. I actually want to give you guys another video sometime soon about the bowls, the New Year's 6 bowls. I definitely want to talk about the egg that Michigan State laid, the faceplant that Oklahoma State did, and how Iowa didn't even get off the bus. So, until then, party people, I'm back. I'll talk to you guys later. Say bye.